Friday. Dogs are barking in the background. We are watching a couple dogs this weekend. So I was just like, oh, my last video was like my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. By the way, my name is Lizzie if you're new. And so, yes, I was celebrating 1 year for having my YouTube channel and just being grateful for all the followers I have gained over the past year and just happy to have been able to interact with you guys. And I was saying in that video how I'm kind of in a slump a little bit about videos, about just needing to create content, and just how kind of lack of motivation. Mostly it's because on the weekends now I'm just like, I don't feel like doing makeup. I don't feel like getting together to film a video. That's just my laziness, I guess. But today I was like, slap on something. You know, I only did a quick one shadow, eyeshadow, and some lip gloss, and that was it. I'm like, okay, and some concealer because I'm breaking out like crazy. So I'm like, okay, just, you know, you don't have to look fully made up. You don't have to look perfect or beautiful or anything. It's just be yourself, Lizzie, you know? So yeah, I'm like, okay, that's good enough because I probably would just nap later. So, you know, I didn't want to do like a full face and just wanted to get into my October haul, everything I kind of purchased in October that's arrived already. Some things have not arrived yet. So that will, you know, be later in November. And it's the Sephora fall sale going on right now. I don't know if they're calling it the holiday sale, whatever they call it this year. Rouge members, it started on Friday the 1st. So Rouge members get 20% off from the 1st until the 11th, which is a nice chunk of days to shop. And hopefully some new releases will come out. I really have controlled myself for some reason. Usually I go all out for these sales, but you know, they seem to happen quite a few times a year now. So I'm like, do I really need that much? You know, what am I looking for? So my first order, I only placed 4 items, I believe. Yeah, in the order. So I really, before I would get like 30 items. So now, you know, I'm leaving myself some room for the rest of the week in case, you know, new releases come out that I just need to have and get discount on. And they changed it this year, I think, where Rouge are 20% now, VIB is 15, and Beauty Insiders are 10%, and they get to shop, I think, starting later this week. I don't know when exactly, but if you're a Rouge, you get your 20% off. And I wasn't going to do a separate video of my Sephora sale recommendations or anything because I feel like so many people do those videos. I've already like talked about my favorite products and stuff already before in previous videos, so I think it would just kind of be repetitive. And so I figured kind of combining it with my monthly haul, I'll just, you know, let you know if I think, you know, this might be a good purchase to get while it's on sale if it's at Sephora at the time. So that I probably just, you know, throw in there throughout this video. But let's get started because there is kind of a lot. I don't know, maybe it's not as much as I tend to have, but who knows, it'll probably be an hour-long video. So let's start. This I purchased off of the Anastasia website, and it's their like kind of PR mailer package. It's the volume 3 of the Norvina palette, Pro palettes. I have the volume 1. Then it's like, oh, she's releasing a 2, and oh, she's releasing a 3, and oh, now she has these mini palettes coming out too. So I am with the majority that is all like, hey, you need to slow it down. You need to stop. What is going on? Why are you releasing so much like every other week? Are you trying to be like ColourPop without the ColourPop prices, you know? So but I'm just such a makeup lover and addict and collector that I was just like, I was going to get this during the sale, possibly, or wait till it got even more discounted because I feel like it would. But on her website, I think it was like a 15% off coupon, and they were giving out, with purchase, I think of $50 or more, the Halloween pigment set or something that has like a $40 value. That did not arrive yet. I have no idea when that's shipping. It hasn't even shipped yet, so I don't understand why that is taking forever, because if you already shipped one thing, why can't you just ship everything all together? But so I ordered this palette from the website because I had 15% off and I was going to get that pigment set. And this PR box, I guess, it has the palette and a full size of her new eyeshadow primer, so I figured that was a good value. It was $75 with the discount. It came out to like 60 something, and the palette itself I think is like $60 anyway. And then I got the full size eyeshadow primer and the pigment set, if that ever gets here. But I really like this palette. I skipped the number 2, even though the completionist in me kind of wants it, but I just don't think I would wear those blue shades. And I just like this one because the packaging is so beautiful. Look at the butterflies. I think that's so gorgeous. And the orange. I was drawn to this one more because it had the green shades, but I mean, they are kind of vibrant. I don't know. Like, this is really my wheelhouse. They're very kind of bright greens and some pinks in there and everything. The shimmers look really pretty. So I do like the volume 1 that has more of the purples and kind of pinks in that one. This one just screams like fall to me with the oranges and greens, and I just, you know, couldn't resist a sale and a free item in the purchase. So, and I think the packaging and the box and everything is really nice and gorgeous. So yeah, so I did order this from her website when she was offering that. And I haven't tried the primer yet. I heard it's pretty good. So I think I had a sample of it in an order, but I didn't try it yet because I just haven't really been wearing eyeshadow primer. I've just been using concealer for the most part, but it's a nice generous size, full size primer. I think that's like a $18 value or something, so really get a good deal with that set. Let's see here. I do recommend this from the Sephora sale. I was very happy to see it. It's already discounted on Sephora. It's the Moschino and Sephora collection. It was really cute. It has like the teddy bear, honey mask, the brush set that has like, that look like pencils, highlighter, markers, a whiteout nail polish, stuff, just super cute, like school supply looking stuff. So I got the palette, which looks like a laptop, and it was marked down, I think from $65 to $30. So yeah, that I just felt like was a super good deal. Plus now you could get the 20% off if it's still available, which I think it is. I'm gonna hold it upside down so I don't blind you with the mirror. But yeah, it's just so cute with all the, you know, shades, like a keyboard and the little teddy bear brush cleaner that you could use. I don't know if I would use this. It might just go into my like little display collection. And I have the teddy bear eyeshadow palette that they released last year that sold out really fast. So I was just super happy to see this on sale. So I picked that up. So that I do recommend from the Sephora sale if you had your eye on that but didn't want to spend full price. I got this from the Friends and Family Sephora. I've never tried any of the Patrick Ta makeup products yet, but he did just release some new blushes and lip liners and stuff, and I did pick up one of those blushes, I think, so I have that somewhere. But yeah, I got this mini set of his Major Glow. Sorry, light. So it comes with a mini version of his body oil Shimmer Glow and a full size of his lip gloss. So I thought this was like a really good set to try some of his items. Get it out. The body oil is so shimmery and glittery, and it just looks so gorgeous in the bottle. Look at that. And it's the shade A Dream, which is like a champagne. And it has like a spray. So I haven't tried that yet. And then his lip gloss just looked really pretty, and it's in the shade She's Expensive. So it's kind of just like a champagne nude glittery shade. So I just thought that was a nice little deal to try some of his products. Let's see. I don't know if I did a Get Ready With Me, but this was also purchased in October, the Anastasia Carly Bible palette. So as soon as this came out, I think it was first released on Dillard's, and we just happened to have a Dillard's in our freaking area. So I was like, great. And to get free shipping, I just had to have it shipped to my Dillard's and I could go pick it up there. And so I just couldn't wait for Ulta or Sephora to get it. I don't know why. And so this is just some really pretty kind of, I don't know if it is really fall to me. It has some cool tones and, you know, the red and orange, but I did really like this palette when I used it. It kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona Coral 5-pan Coral palette that she released. It's very similar to some of those shades. And like all Anastasia shades, it does have some powdery kick up, but I think it still blends really nice. The packaging is all right. It's just kind of, I don't know what the deal is with these like little discs or bubbles on there, but it's whatever. I don't really watch any Carly Bible videos, but I thought it was a really pretty palette. Oh, from Ulta, I decided to try a couple new skincare items from The Ordinary. You know, they're super affordable, like brand on Beautylish. Sephora now carries it, and Ulta. And so I just figured I'd try it. They're super cheap. So I haven't, because I'm having breakouts like crazy, and just like, okay, I'll give this a go. I haven't tried it yet. It's the niacinamide. Is that, how do you pronounce that? Niacinamide? I don't know. 10% and zinc 1% to help with blemishes. So you get a pretty good size of that. And then the other item I picked up is the azelaic acid suspension 10%. And I think this is also supposed to help with improve visible brightness and appearance of skin texture. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, uneven tone, dullness, textural irregularities, which these breakouts along my chin and jawline are definitely causing some textural irregularities in my face. So yeah, I figured I'd just try some affordable skincare and see if that will help anything on my breakouts. I picked this up as well from Ulta. It's the BH Cosmetics Fairy Lights eyeshadow palette. So it's really pretty, kind of the rough textured glittery packaging, and the shades, a lot of pinks and blues and just super pretty shimmers. And you know, BH Cosmetics is always affordable, so I figured I couldn't go wrong getting another palette from them. Oh, these I got from the Touch and Soul brand, their website. They're on Sephora, but they were having a, I don't know if it was buy one get one free or buy one get one 50% off on their website earlier in the month. And so I got 2 more of their sparkling foiled pigment eyeshadow singles. I had one from previously that are just gorgeous. They're like freaking metal on your eye. So this one is the shade, oh, that's kind of annoying. They don't put the shade name on the package. Sun Aurora. So this has kind of like a greeny gold shift. So let me swatch this. They are pretty a little crumbly, a little bit of fallout, so from the previous one that I've had. So you definitely probably want to use a glitter glue with them. But I would also recommend one of these maybe during the sale, because they are just super shiny and metallic, and can't really catch the green on this lighting here, but it's a beautiful shade. And then the other shade I got is Golden Tangerine. So I think this is like a peachy shade here. And it has a little plastic lid to it. Very soft, but like I said, kind of crumbly. Yeah, that's kind of like a coppery peach. Super metallic, see? So if you wanted to try one of these out, I definitely recommend for the Sephora sale. Because I think regularly they're $18. Also from Sephora, I think this was the Friends and Family sale earlier in the month of October that I purchased some of these items. I got one of the Sephora brand eyeshadow palettes. It was like, I think $10, and their formula is pretty good usually, so it's kind of weird with the eyes like that, but this is the Mystic Aura 6 eyeshadow palette, and just had some really pretty shades in here. So some green and blues and that gold. So that's just kind of my color story, so those greens. So thought I'd try that. Cute little mini travel palette. And I got this little lipstick set from Urban Decay, Sweet Little Vices. So it has these 4 little mini lipsticks, and they have the scents that are kind of coordinating with the packaging. So these 2 bee ones smell like honey. They have a cherry one, and for the Naked Heat, this is like a cinnamon scent. So it's the shades Red Hot, Bing, Keep Tame, and California Honey. So 2 comfort mats, a sheer, and a metallized. So I just thought the packaging was super cute, and I love the little bees and the scents. So with 20% off of that, that's $20 for 4 lipsticks. That's really, I think, a good deal. I picked up this little set from Ulta. It's the Body Shop. It's a $10 value, and it's Juicy Pear Delights. So I love anything pear. I love the scent of pear, and just figured this little set was cute. I mean, even for like a gift item or something like that, but I'm gifting it to myself. If I can open it. So it's supposed to be a $10 value, and I think you get a really decent amount of product. You get the Juicy Pear Shower Gel. Let's see if it smells. Smell it. Yeah, it does smell like pear, so that's good, because some pear scents you don't really get that much of a scent from it. A little body loofah, it's cute, and a little thing of their softening body butter and juicy pear. So my skin has been has been so dry lately. My elbows are cracking, my legs are super dry. I moisturize every night, and I just feel like I can't get enough moisture. So I'm just like, I'm gonna try every freaking body lotion out there to try and help it. I did pick up this set from Ulta as well. It's the Jack Black lip balm set. I don't need any more lip balms, believe me, but I just can't help it when a scent or flavor really just sounds so appealing. So it's a set of 3. I'm actually selling one of them. It's the mint one, because I already have the mint flavor, I think, from before, or I just don't need it. But these are the other 2 scents that I really wanted, or flavors. Is the Asian pear again, and black cherry. I love black cherry as well. So their lip balms are just super comfortable, and I think they're also on Sephora, so you might want to check that out, because it was really affordable. I want to say $18, and then you could get 20% off or something, and it's a $24 value or something like that. So I think that was a really good deal. I got this set from, I think, Bloomingdale's. It's the Bobbi Brown lip set, and they're all full size. I already sold one on Mercari. It was the nude shade called Ginger Snap, and I just didn't feel like that nude shade would really work for me. It kind of would wash out with my skin tone, but I love this formula. It's the Crushed Liquid Lip formula. I already have 2 of them full size, so these colors I don't have, and here's a nice pretty red shade that's called Current Affair. Perfect for holiday. Here is a kind of brighter coral pink shade called Mango Mood. Fun shade there. And this one is Smoothie Move, which I had my eye on too. It's like a mauve pink. So these are like, I want to say like $26, $28 full size for one. So this set of 4 was $45. And so I was just like, I love the formula. These are all shades I don't have, and I already sold one of them, so I already got like half my money back. So yeah, I just highly recommend this. I didn't see this on Sephora, but like I said, these are sold individually on Sephora. So if you had, you know, one shade in mind that you were looking to try out, I definitely would. It's super comfortable. It's not completely matte, so it doesn't dry down all the way, but it just like, it does wear away a little bit, but it leaves a nice kind of stained look on your lips. So you can reapply it, or you could just leave it like that throughout the day. I do both. But yeah, it's just super comfortable on, and just looks really beautiful and kind of a little bit shiny, like a semi-matte almost. So very nice formula there. I think also from Bloomingdale's, when I bought that set, I bought a new Sigma brush, just a pencil E30 kind of little shader brush there. I like the Sigma brushes, and I like the little kind of pointed end on this to really like either go along the lower lash line or along the crease or something. Can never have too many eye brushes in my opinion. Jouer was having this huge discount sale, and Tara Babies has always raved about this palette. It's their ultra foil eyeshadow palette with the little dragonfly on the cover. When this first came out, it was beautiful, but I was like, you know, I have their Skinny Dip palette, and while the pigment and metallic shades of that are just so freaking foiled, I was like, do I really need another, you know, all shimmery eyeshadow palette? I have so many in my collection, but her swatches, and she was saying how I think she even got a backup of this because she loves them so much, and they're really beautiful shades. And Jouer was having, I want to say 70% off maybe. So this was like probably under $15 or something like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get it now when it's that cheap. And it was a set. So it came with like their glittery liquid eyeshadow that's like a black shade that I have no use for really. So that I'm selling on Mercari. But yeah, I figured that palette was a good deal. Now, oh, here's the Patrick Ta blush that I picked up. So one of his blushes, sorry, you could really see reflections in that, but it looks like just a beautiful kind of peachy coral pink shade called She's Adorable. And I think the packaging is super sleek and nice, and you might as well get this on sale from Sephora if you wanted to get one of his new blushes, since it just released pretty much. So that's a nice little discount off. Oh, I had my eye on this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette for the holidays called the Luxe Gems eyeshadow palette. It's $75, so I was like, I'm not spending that. It's gonna go on sale or eventually maybe. So I just like was waiting, but it's just so gorgeous. Look at those shades and the way that they designed the pans. Ugh, I can't ruin it. No, it's just like too pretty. And going in my Untouchables. But somebody on Mercari had it brand new with the box and everything, and I had money off on a purchase from Mercari, and she already had it discounted. I don't know how some of these people have like brand new, like new releases so cheap. I don't know if they just have a discount or what their deal is, but I've ordered from her before, so I know she was legit, and I think I got my Natasha Denona palette from her before. So when I saw this on her page, I was just like, sold. I got it for like $25 cheaper than what it is retail, so super happy to have this in my Untouchables collection. Now let's get into some of the holiday makeup, because I do have a bunch of holiday releases that I ordered. Well, here's the Pat McGrath Blitz Astral Quad in Nocturnal Nirvana, this beautiful blue packaging. It's just so beautiful with the picture of the crystal bows, and it just looks so luxe. She has 3 of these. Right now, can't remember, the rosé one is sold out. I was planning to get it during the sale, but then I was like, I haven't even touched this one yet. So, and I saw good and bad reviews about that one. Like some people were saying the swatches weren't that great. So I was like, you know, let me just wait and hold off, because you actually could buy the set of 3 on her website, even though you wouldn't get 20% off. I think there was like, she always bundles them for a cheaper discount. So I was like, if I got the rosé one, I should have just bought the whole set then from her website or whatever. So I was like, I don't need it. I didn't even touch this one yet, and that has good and bad reviews, and it's sold out like the first day of the sale. I mean, maybe I'll probably restock probably later on in the sale, but part of me is like, no, you don't need it. But these shades are just so beautiful and unique in my opinion. I just love how she, you know, chose these for this particular palette, and I just was so drawn to it. The other one was warm tone, so I was like, yeah, I don't need that one, but I love this one. And I think it's so nice that she did it in like the plastic packaging rather than the cardboard one. And even though this is more expensive than the six pan palettes that she had before in the cardboard, these are, you know, all that special formula that she has in her Mothership palettes. So yeah, so I picked this one up, And I really want her new Mothership palette, even though it's like kind of neutral and I don't know, basic, but I saw the swatches and they're gorgeous. But supposedly it's only exclusive to Selfridges, but I don't believe that because I thought the Rosé quad was going to be only exclusive to Selfridges or her website or something, but now it's at Sephora. So I think the new Mothership palette 6, I think it is going to eventually come to Sephora. So I have my eye out on for that when that does come out. Or if it gets restocked on Selfridges, then maybe I'll purchase it from there. So that Pat McGrath palette. I got the new Guerlain Meteorites in Golden Land. I love the Guerlain packaging when they release these meteorites. I don't go crazy. I don't buy like every single one that releases because I don't use them. But this packaging here and the gold and the little squares gets kind of crushed around a lot during shipping. But there they are. They have a very, very strong violet scent. I'm not the biggest fan of the Guerlain meteor. Some people love it. I don't know. Part of me thinks, I don't know, kind of smells like candy, but I don't know. It's just something I'm not really into for some reason. I'm surprised. I feel like I normally would be. But yeah, I just had to get this because it's beautiful for the holidays. And I got that. You could also get it on Sephora. It finally came in stock on Sephora during the sale. I got it from Neiman's because Neiman's was having 15% off, and then on eBay it was another 10%. So I was like, oh, it's a slightly better deal than Sephora, so I might as well get it on there. So MAC, I got some of the MAC holiday collection, of course, when it came to Ulta, so I used Ulta points, so I didn't have to like really spend my money on it. It's the Shooting Star opalescent powder, the pretty glittery packaging, and I like the imprints that they did this year of all the stars. This is the pink one, and they have a gold one too, but it's going my Untouchables, so it doesn't really matter to me what shade it is. I got one of the lipsticks for now, and I think this is just a beautiful imprint on the lipstick. It's Gold Star, the shade that I picked, so it's still the same glitter packaging. And I just love the way that they did the stars on here, and it's super glittery. It's not a shade I would normally wear. I think it's just would be like a gold glitter on top of my lips, but like I said, just for the packaging and the untouchable collectible in me, collectibleness. And last is the Star Dipped Face Compact in light. They have a medium or a dark and light, I believe. So pink, the rough glittery packaging, and this quad of the 4 pans for face palette, but I love the stars and the imprint and the 3D effect. So super pretty for their holiday collection. So I had said before, I think in my last month's video about the MAC Pony Park collection and how super fast it sold out, and like who would have known that I was going to sell out so fast. I don't even know who she is, but apparently she's some big Korean makeup person. I don't know. But I said I was not going to get the highlighters till they went on sale because they were like $38, and why would MAC jack their prices up so much? But then they sold out, so I was like, crap, I really want those highlighters. And they kind of came in stock on Nordstrom, so I managed to get one on Nordstrom, and then they came in stock on Harrods, and I bit the bullet and paid the customs fee and bought a few, so I resold a couple, but I managed to, you know, of course, keep one for myself. So this is the highlighter, Sky's the Limit, Extra Dimension Skin Finish. It's just a beautiful sun pattern there. Lovely. And pale gold shade. And then the other one in the pictures looks super, like, iridescent pink, but in person it's like, looks really white and pale. And this one is Cold Comfort. So it has like the picture on the front and the star. But see, it's like not pink at all in the pan, but I guess maybe the duochrome reflect of it will be pink. So yeah, so when I saw those back in stock, I managed to grab those. NARS Holiday Studio 54. I don't really understand how that's holiday, but I do like the packaging a lot, and the imprint as well. So, you know, usually they go on sale. So, I only bought this for now, but I do have my eye on possibly the other palettes and lipsticks. But this is their cheek palette. So they have a blue and red one. I just went with the blue because I figured red holiday packaging is like all over the place. So why not just do something a little bit different? And this is the cheek palette, highlighter, and like kind of two blush shades. And I love that they have the star imprint all over. So this is the palette Hustle, and it's the shades Creek, Born to Be Alive, and I Need a Man. I think that's the order that they go in, or it might be the opposite. But yeah, I just got this palette as well for the holidays. So I got some Chanel items. So I look forward to the Chanel holiday release every year, and I always like buy it right away. So I got their eye quad, the Lumiere et Opulence, and I don't know if you could see the intricate powder press embossing on that, but they're gorgeous. And they had the highlighter as well with that kind of same. I got that, and my friend Susie got hers, and she was saying how disappointing it was in person because it wasn't as hard pressed or as clear of the embossing as pictured. And yeah, I saw her picture and it was like kind of blurry, and you know, almost looked like somebody ran a brush around it. That's how like uncrisp it looked. So I was like, okay, let me see what mine looks like when it comes. Mine was even worse than hers. Like, you couldn't even make out the CC logo in the center. Like, that was a complete blur. The whole pattern around it just looked like blurry and undefined, and I was just so pissed. And every picture I've seen online has been blurry like that. Mine was definitely the worst that I've seen out of all of them, but everybody's was like that, and I returned mine. I'm like, I'm sending this shit back. You spend a good chunk of money, I think it was like $70 or something for that highlighter, and they're gonna send out this crap that is definitely inferior quality, and I feel like they knew it and just sent it out anyway because they wanted to churn them out and make their money, and feel like everybody will just take it as it is and not, you know, say or do anything about it. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. That is not the Chanel quality that you are paying for. So, you know, and as a collectible and untouchable, I would not want to keep that in my collection because it's not how it's supposed to look. So the eyeshadows look perfect, but that highlighter was a piece of crap, and I'm hoping that they're gonna like repress them better or do something maybe by the time they hit the department stores. So maybe I'll try and purchase it again from one of the department stores once it's released, because at least they have better like return policies and everything. Like Chanel, you have to return within 2 weeks. So I sent mine back right away, and I'm just waiting for my refund. But I don't know if this new round or manufacturing is still the same, then Chanel, you are being dirty, and you are just trying to make a fast dollar off your customers, and I feel like that's really just crappy of you. So that's my 2 cents on their Chanel holiday highlighter. So I kept the quad, as you can tell, but oh, this I got off eBay, and it was exclusive to just the Chanel store in Paris, and there's somebody on eBay that I guess travels to Paris, and so she got this, and I'm just, like I said, the collector in me just needed to have this in my collection, and it's just the Eiffel Tower Chanel illuminating powder. So I think it's just so beautiful and stunning. So that one is a piece from my collection. And then I got this Chanel, this I got from Macari, and this is an older piece that I didn't have already, called the Mouche de Beauté illuminating powder. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I can't believe she was selling this for really, really cheap. So I don't know if she realized what she had or whatever. But yeah, it's this beautiful highlighter with that embossing on it. So that is just stunning. So I'm so glad to have this in my collection finally at like a fraction of the price. And then I got some Dior holiday items. I, always look forward to the Dior collection as well. And this one is like kind of for New Year's 2020. So this is their 5-pan eyeshadow palette, Party in Colors, Happy 2020. They have 2 shades, but I got this more colorful. Let me take this out. The more colorful one, because I figured this was more like New Year's in my opinion. Not that I'm gonna wear them or anything because of the embossing, but I thought that was super fun. And I also picked up one of their lipsticks. They had like 3 or 4 shades, and they're, little holiday bullet. And this is 66 Passion. So this one I got in the red because that is just so holiday, and I don't know if you can see the sparkles in the light, but it's super sparkly and glittery and has this like imprint on it, and it's just gorgeous. So I got this in the red since I'm not gonna like really wear it anyway. But that's from the Dior. And then a couple more things. I picked up a Sephora concealer brush. I think just needed to meet like $25 or something, and this was on sale to get one of the promo codes. So just a nice kind of flat angled concealer brush. So super soft. I love the Sephora brushes. I would definitely check those out during the sale because they do have a lot of them already discounted. So the fact that you could get like an extra 20% off on a decent makeup brush is a really good deal. I got the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette in Precious Stone Emerald from Ulta, I think with my points. So it's the glittery green packaging. And greens are my shade, so just pick that up. And Makeup Revolution is super affordable, so it doesn't hurt your wallet. I got my Sephora Play. I'm not going to show it here because it was like, I guess their foundation play box. So when I opened it, I was like, why are they giving me so many foundations? And I was like, oh, I guess this is their theme for this month. And one of them was the Beauty Blender, which was my correct shade, but I already have that full size. So I'm like, well, I don't need this. And then one is the Tarte Rainforest, the C one. And I was like, I don't wear foundations that often. So I was like, I don't need these. And so I'm just bundling them on Mercari. So yeah, that Sephora Play was just kind of a throwaway. Last but not least are the Charlotte Tilbury holiday items. Oh my gosh, she just killed it with the packaging this year. I just loved everything and I wanted everything. So I got her Film Star Bronze and Glow, which is not new, but she made it in a limited edition Swarovski crystal packaging, and I barely used mine. So I sold the one that I had just to like make some money back to get this one to add to my collection so I could keep it untouchable. And look at that. It's just gorgeous with the crystals and the star pattern. And she didn't make it that much more than her regular packaging. So I think this is usually $68. And with the Swarovski crystals, plus you get a little makeup brush that has like the stars on the handle for $75. So that's like $7 more for this beautiful packaging and a brush. Like, what? So that I had to have. Which is gorgeous. And then her other packaging just is amazing. I got her face and eye face palette, instant look in a palette. That's what they're called. Gorgeous glowing beauty. I had one of these before and I sold it because I just like wasn't using it. I didn't really feel like it was that great. But look at this packaging. I love it. So even if it didn't have this packaging, I probably would have bought this because I do like the shades better. The other ones were just pretty neutral and just like boring. But this one I thought was really nice with the pinks and the mauvey tones. So I thought that was really pretty. But of course the packaging just like was the icing on the cake. Beautiful. And last, is her highlighter that she released, Magic Star highlighter, and another beautiful piece also in that gorgeous packaging. And the imprint on this, ugh, just stunning. Look at that. So she they knew what they were doing this year. I don't know. So she should do this every year. She just really killed it with the packaging this year. So that just made me want everything from her collection. So that, yes, is it from October. Thank you so much for watching. So like I said, some of these items you could get on Sephora, so you might want to check them out and get them on sale while you can during the sale. Like I said, I only placed an order for 4 items, so I'm pretty proud of myself. We'll see if I do any damage later this week, but you know, I don't know. We'll see if anything new comes out. And I will show you guys in my next video what I ordered. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Thanks so much. Bye.